The last day of 2024, at least in the US. For some places, it's already 2025, lots of them actually. For instance, New Zealand, I think Auckland was the first major city to celebrate it, and that was a long while ago. So, anyway, but here we are, we're still in 2024. And the reading today from the Science of Mind magazine, Daily Guides, it's appropriate. It's appropriate for the day. So let's just get on with it, shall we? It's called A New Relationship with Me. Just as a reminder, Rev Kris Alexander was the one who wrote the Daily Guides. My name is David Dewhurst. I am a minister at Creative Life Spiritual Center in Spring, Texas. We are part of Centers for Spiritual Living. We are a religious science, aka a science of mind community. And we are bringing you this every single day. And every morning we bring you another reading, currently from the Science of Mind textbook, which was written by our founder, Ernest Holmes. And this, A New Relationship with Me. The first quote is from Rudy Francisco, who's an American spoken word poet and author. And he says, "Perhaps we should love so fiercely that when others see us, they know exactly how it should be done." Set a good example, in other words. I know why I'm yawning. I'm just about to go to the gym and work out. So anyway, here we are, which is why I'm early, because the gym closes early today. When we say that only God, when we say that the only God that we will ever discover within ourselves, we don't mean that such a God is a figment and creation of our own imagination, but rather that there is an indwelling God, or indwelling spirit, if you like, manifest through our own personal and individual relationship to the infinite. So Holmes is saying that our relationship with everything that is signified by when we connect with ourselves, some people call it. And that was in A New Design for Living, page 173, paragraph 2. Anyway, here is Rev Kris Alexander's offering for the 31st of December, 2024. And this is true. The most important relationship of all, the one with ourselves. I spent most of my childhood wishing I were more like someone else. Quieter, smaller, more graceful, more popular. Every year I wrote a long list of New Year's resolutions that I was definitely going to keep. I thought, well, this is the year I become everything I've ever wanted to be, unquote. What I didn't realize was that all those resolutions could be replaced with just one: to love the person I am, not the person I think I should be. And Reverend Kris goes on to say, over the years, I made that shift. I no longer strive to be someone else, but rather to settle more deeply into being unapologetically me. This has become my lifelong resolution. It isn't always easy or comfortable, but it's the only resolution I've ever been able to keep. Mel White says it this way: a few years ago, I switched to an entirely different kind of New Year's resolution. Instead of vowing to improve, I pledged to do a better job of accepting my bad habits, to stop worrying about failing to be the person I used to imagine I could be. This is my everyday resolution, says Reverend Kris. Not just at the new year. I choose to embrace the awesome person I am and to continue discovering myself. In doing so, I show up authentically in integrity and with my own approval, something that is truly priceless. I got another quote for you here. I think it's a story about, hang on, let me just see if I can make it a bit bigger, make it easier to read. Oh, that's better. There's a story about an Hasidic rabbi called Zushya of Hanipal. He lived in the 18th and 19th centuries, late 18th and most of the 19th century. And on his deathbed, he began to cry uncontrollably, and his students and disciples tried hard to comfort him. They asked him, Rabbi, why do you weep? You're almost as wise as Moses, and you're almost as hospitable as Abraham, and surely heaven will judge you favorably. Zushya answered them, It is true, when I get to heaven, I don't have to worry so much if God asks me, Zushya, why were you not more like Abraham? Or Zushya, why were you not more like Moses? After all, I was not given the righteousness of Abraham or the faith of Moses, but I tried to be both hospitable and thoughtful. But what will I say when God asks me, Zushya, why were you not more like Zushya? And that's what this whole thing is about. Why am I not more like myself? Why don't I accept myself just as I am? And I think that's a wonderful resolution going into the new year. You can take her affirmation as a resolution if you like. Each day I settle more deeply into being unapologetically me, embracing my authentic self with love and acceptance. And if you want, you could just say, each day I embrace my authentic self with love and acceptance. Each day I embrace my authentic self with love and acceptance. So I think that's a really great resolution going into the new year, to stop striving and trying to be someone else. I'm not as bright as this person. I wish I were. I'm not as energetic as this person. I wish I were. I'm not the social butterfly that this person is. I wish I were. No, let's just be us. Let's accept ourselves as we are. And from that base, let's just develop as us and not other people. So, how about that for a New Year's resolution? Be yourself. Be yourself. And stepping into the new year, I'll be back. I saw the digital version of Science of Mind magazine has already appeared in my account. I know Reverend Lisa will be back tomorrow morning. I have no idea if she's still reading. Is she still reading from the Science of Mind textbook? She didn't say she wasn't, so I assume she is. Anyway, she'll be back tomorrow about 9:15-ish. I don't know if she's going to stay up late and get up late, but she'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow evening, hopefully around about 5 p.m. And until next time, going into this new year, please accept yourself as you are right now, with all your faults, with all your good points. And just know this, that the past is gone. We learn from the past, we don't bemoan the past. We look at the future with expectation, built on what we've learned from the past, but we live in the present moment. We live in the present moment. So until next time, namaste.